Deji, my guy, of course, congratulations on the win. But like, how do you feel about it, considering the decisions in the game as well?
Yeah, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Tottenham lost 3-2 today. On the one hand, I'll take the 3 points. But, any Tottenham fan watching that game, we can't be happy. It's still the dead football. Stellini is bloody Antonio Conte reincarnated. And, Brighton played some wonderful football. I thought it was harsh. I thought Welbeck's goal was a good goal. I thought Matoma controlled it well and he buried it. But, it's one of those ones where Tottenham got the rub of the green today. That is it. We didn't do anything. We didn't deserve any points. We didn't even deserve the draw. But, Arsenal are quite happy to be at the top in what I reckon is one of the poorest seasons since the Premier League has started. And if they're happy to be top in this crap season, then I'm happy to take the 3 points. It's that simple as that.
I hear what you're saying there. Orchie, I mean, do you share the same sentiment there?
Yeah, I would say I don't know what everyone's going on. I think it was a fantastic performance. It was a great game. I think Tottenham did really well, is what I wish I could say. But clearly that is not the case. It was another really, really poor performance. I mean, look, we're at home, and teams like Brighton we should be playing like how they were playing, especially in the first half. I think Tottenham really got away with one today. It must have been somebody's birthday, maybe, I don't know. But we really got the rub of the green. I mean, yeah, I agree about the penalty decision. I'm really surprised. I think the thing that saved Højbjerg was that I think when the player was coming down, it looked like he kind of was losing his balance anyway a little bit. But yeah, again, I mean, he definitely got away with the penalty there. That every day that's a penalty. The 2 disallowed goals is difficult. I think the second one, because the ball kind of hit his kind of this chest and arm area, and it looked like it sort of changed direction. I think that's why they disallowed it potentially. But I mean, yeah, performance. I mean, as you can see, because it was going one direction in one way, and then it sort of really changed direction. It kind of then started going downwards. And I think that's probably what the referees thought. That's what they gave it for, possibly. But it was a poor performance. Another, all the things that we've complained about in the past number of weeks is still there. I mean, Harry Kane, I think, scored a really fantastic goal. I thought, why didn't I saw when the ball was coming to him, I saw him go to kick that ball. And I was thinking, God, please let him get it on target, because he had plenty of space. He could have controlled it and rolled the ball. He could have gone further into the area and shot it more closer to goal. But what balls on him to take that first time. So I think he's got a fan. Obviously, Son's goal was amazing, but apart from the goal, he didn't do much again. Just this whole team just needs to be completely, redone from top to bottom. I mean, the defense is a joke. It really is. And we seem to, we definitely got away with one, Terry. So I'm going on and on, mate. But
yeah. No. I get you. It's one of someone in a noisy room. If they could just mute their microphone for me whilst they're not talking, that'd be great. Just for background noise. Look, I understand it, and as I said already, I'm not having a go at Tottenham because Tottenham didn't pay the referee. They didn't ask the referee to cheat for them. That's absolutely right. But these kind of decisions have been going on so long. I couldn't believe my eyes. And can anybody make an argument on the panel as to why that's not a penalty? Does anybody think it's not a penalty?
No, that's a clear
I'll
penalty.
say yes for argument's sake. I don't think that's a penalty. I'll argue that's not a penalty. I don't care. At the end of the day, they didn't call it. It all comes out in the wash, in my opinion. You could be upset we didn't get this. You could be upset they didn't call that. To me, I'm going to quote my man Stephen A. Smith. I don't care. I simply don't care. We won the game. 3 points, ugly as hell. I'll take it. It doesn't matter to me. You got to look at what you're wanting this season to be as a Spurs fan. What are we hoping for? For me, I'm not really hoping for much other than to be entertained. I was entertained. Stellini got sent off with his arms crossed while his assistants fought the other assistants. I mean, who didn't enjoy that? I saw 2 great goals from our 2 best players. to me, I was entertained. I can't hate what I saw. Obviously, we're not a good team. We're not a well-managed team. I don't enjoy a lot of aspects about this season as a Spurs fan. But at the end of the day, if I'm waking up at 8 a.m. to watch, if I'm waking up at 5:30 a.m. to watch a game, I just want to be entertained. And I was entertained today, so I don't care. Give me them 3 points. Yum, yum.
I hear you. Just on the red card to the managers, I only learned this during the game that say two assistant managers fight each other, the managers can both be sent off because part of their protocol is if you don't control your coaching staff, you're accountable. I actually like that. That's a very good rule. It's like for me, right? If my kids mess around, I get in trouble, not them. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, control your kids. Egal's here. I want to ask Egal. Deji just said that he's happy to take these points today and maybe be fourth in the league because it's a shit season because Arsenal are willing to celebrate being top in a shit season.
Well, it's the truth. Why are you taking so long to answer?
I can't even fathom what he said. He basically said, I'm willing to be a loser because they're willing to be winners. Am I wrong?
No.
That's basically what you said. You're willing to be fourth because we're going to celebrate winning the league. Is that what you're saying? Elaborate. I didn't hear.
You want me to elaborate? You want me to elaborate?
Yeah, because that sounds ridiculous.
If Tottenham had won the last game, which we drew, we would have actually been third in the table, despite everything that we've been talking about it being a crap season. So for me, the mere fact that Tottenham is in the top 4 shows you that every other team, apart from Arsenal, have been poor this year. That's just a fact. When you look at Chelsea, when you look at Liverpool, when you look at United to a certain extent, even City, Spurs, blatantly, no one's really been themselves. So if you're going to come here and start pumping your chest because you've done well in what is a poor Premier League season, then bravo, well done to you, innit? I can't take that away. Well done to you.
Yeah, but just with Arsenal though, like they've taken the opportunity, right? We can't. You can only play what's ahead of you.
Not about Arsenal. Somehow.
I'm not knocking it, my bro. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying well done.
You are. I'm not going to speak for everyone here, but I feel like some of these Tottenham fans definitely would disagree with you, and they would say this season has been horrible. And if you're sitting there saying this season is a good season because you're third or fourth, you have a loser mentality. You absolutely are the definition of what Daniel Levy loves as a Tottenham fan, because you're going to be cheering on this team, celebrating the fact that you finished third and fourth in a season where your fiercest rivals, who've been behind you for 7 or 6 years, are now going to potentially win a league, and you're going to be celebrating third and fourth, saying, you know what, this season hasn't been that bad, and trying to downplay Arsenal's title rather than talk about your success. I didn't even come here for Tottenham, but that's the biggest loser mentality. Deji, you're my guy, but you're a definition of what Daniel Levy loves as a Tottenham fan. You are going to go sit there every single day, clap for Son and Kane, and lose every single year and not win anything and still celebrate. That is a loser mentality. And even the Tottenham fans here are nodding their heads, agreeing with me that is the definition of what a loser is. Celebrating that your fiercest rival's winning a league and you're just celebrating because you're where you're supposed to be. What is that? Forget about that. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not even here to cook you. I'm done.
No, that's cool, Egal. Can I just quickly chime in, and I promise I won't talk. Egal, it's clear that when I was speaking, you hadn't joined the show. You know, typical Egal, always coming in late. I actually said I didn't enjoy today's performance. I said Tottenham's season has been poor by our standards. But you know, I love you, Egal. You're a good guy, but you're here to do clickbait stuff, and I'm not into that, my bro.
What you said?
I'm not into this. I'm not
into I ever heard in my life,
rubbish, bro.
What you said it? You literally said it.
No, bro. I said it's been a poor season, right? The whole season's been poor, and you're coming on there pumping your chest. I said, well done. You've won the league, great. But actually, when you really deep it, most of the teams have been poor, bro.
First of all, the job's not done. But I'm here to talk about Chelsea.
Just pump your chest, innit? Pump your chest, innit? You've won the league.
I hear to talk about us, man.
I hear that. I hear that. Sky King says, get him Egal. Deji tried to minimize Arsenal being top in one of the best Premier League seasons to date. When Spurs are winning.
You want to know why it's one of the best Premier League seasons? Look at the relegation battle. Look at the top 4 battle. Look at the Premier League title race. Everywhere you look, it's competitiveness. On top of that, when you're talking about the teams that have actually points total, that point total thing is correct. The point totals are very similar. And Tottenham, if I'm not mistaken, you guys started off having one of your best seasons points wise. Also, Arsenal this season have had one of the best seasons. The only reason why people are saying has been a poor season is because Liverpool dropped off and Chelsea dropped off. But Terry, let me know when it's time to talk about Chelsea.
Can I just go in regards to Deji? I love you, man. I really do, but I can't co-sign what you've been saying because we'll be honest. It doesn't matter if it's been a poor season. Arsenal have been the ones that have taken advantage of it. When it was a poor season, Leicester won it. When people nobody said that. They said Leicester done really well. Everyone else, Leicester took their chance. Arsenal have taken their chance because you can say people underperformed. Let's not take away from the fact that Spurs have been absolutely shambolic this season. There's been games going back for months where we should have had points, a lot more points than we are, but poor decision-making, poor performances, poor managerial things has literally led to the point where Spurs are literally having to struggle to get to fourth, which we don't even deserve. If you look at the table, we've lost 9.
That's the point I'm saying.
We've lost 9 games. In another season, we would be lucky to be anywhere near 6th. Let alone going for top 4. But it's not just that. There's other teams that think, but other teams have stepped up as well. You can't literally just go, I hate saying it because they're our rivals, but they've taken a chance. This could have been us if we had decided to play on the front foot, not sit back, not have to chase games for 90 minutes from month September, not showing up. And I hate saying it, but I've just got to be honest. In regards to today's game, we got away with everything today. I'm not going to, you can argue the handballs and everything like that. I think it's a stupid rule about the handball leads straight to a goal because Brighton's one should have stood, and I think the one like Chelsea should have stood the other day. That's me, but the rule is handball leads to that. It means no goal. We got away with quite a few today, but it balanced itself out over the season in the fact that you get some go for you. So I'm not going to cry that they went for us today. Mm-hmm. I'll take that all day long, but they've had games where they haven't gone for us. But again, the whole thing of cheering a really bad performance, getting into the top, trying to get to the top 4 with an owner that just is waiting for that for next season to go. We met our target top 4. We'll make our target again top 4 next season. And Spurs fans will go, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Levy out chance in the stadium got overshadowed by Pochettino win chance. I don't understand it. You want the same owners in charge of a manager who you want back, who's just going to do the same thing to him that they did last time. Our fan base makes no sense, and that's the type of thing that I get annoyed about. I had to go at Son last string. This was his best performance for some time this season, so credit to him. Harry Kane got his goal, but I think was lackluster again. Højbjerg is absolutely atrocious. Get him out of this club. There's other players like the defenders as well that need to go, but Spurs, by sheer luck, have got a win today where Brighton were by far the better team, and to have 30% possession against a Brighton team in the first half is nowhere near good enough.
Mate, I think you're absolutely right.